75% of our stock. I'm hopeful we hold that for a very long, actually more than 75%. I'm hopeful that we can hold that for a number of years. I think that in 10 years, our target is $2,000 a share. And I think that could be light by maybe $500 or $1,000 a share. So we're looking for a lot more. When we started talking with you about this in 2014, when we were buying the stock, I told you that I thought that we would make at least 20 times our money. We have made 20 times. We've now made 15 or 16 times our money. I think there's another triple to go.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaseem. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about Tesla because it's time to talk about Tesla. Welcome back everyone. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, you are welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through my action plan with Tesla stock because at the moment, Tesla is still one of my biggest conviction stock of all time. Just because of all the things that they are getting into in terms of self-driving, transitioning the world into sustainable energy. So taking the world from gas vehicles into electric vehicles. Those are my reasons. Those are my reasons for investing in Tesla stock, because they are the leader in the field that they're going into. Distributed energy. They're doing solar. They're doing cars, electric cars. And they're doing batteries, they're doing AI, robotaxi, so many things that is bottled up in just that one company called Tesla is making me so excited about the company, and it's currently my biggest holding in my portfolio, and it will continue to still be my biggest holding as I go along in my investment journey. But before we get into everything, I want to let you guys know that I am not an investment professional. What I do here is open a little window to share with you what I'm doing with my finances, so you can, learn from someone that is just like you. So don't take anything I say for financial advice. It's just, for educational purposes. It's a legal disclaimer I just always like to put in all my videos. So in today's video, we are going to look at one of my favorite investors, Ron Baron. He invested in Tesla from 2014, and I think he invested 700 million, and he has made 5 billion from investing 700 million. So far he has made a lot of money from Tesla stock. So whenever he comes on the news, I always like to hear what he has to say, listen to what he has to say, listen to his reason, because I agree with some of the things that he talks about in terms of Tesla stock. And I actually believe that he might have personal connection with Elon in terms of talking to Elon about the business plans and everything. So he recently sold about 20% of his Tesla holdings, and he's still 20 or 30%, and he still have like 70%. So we're gonna go over the news for that today, and at the same time we are also going to go over my current Tesla portfolio, what I currently own, my current action plan with Tesla stock as well.
Start off talking about Tesla because there have been a lot of changes at the company just in terms of what they're doing with Bitcoin and other things, and we've seen that stock really skyrocket before coming back just a little bit. What do you think? What do you see as somebody who's been in this for a very long time?
First of all, me as a Tesla investor, I absolutely love the fact that Tesla actually invested in Bitcoin. And quite frankly, they invested in Bitcoin in January, and up to now, at least they've made money, because they started investing in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was like 30-something thousand, and Bitcoin right now is in the 40,000 range, and they invested 1.5 billion. Okay, so they are currently making money on their Bitcoin investments, and at the same time, it's just another way for them to diversify the company's money. So I agree with them actually putting a little bit of their reserve, corporate treasury, putting it into Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin is a good asset. They can also use it to transact within companies. It would be easier to transfer Bitcoin from one company to the other company in the future. I think a lot more corporations will start incorporating Bitcoin into their corporate treasury in the near future. So I absolutely agree with Tesla buying Bitcoin.
So we've been in Tesla since 2014. We started working on it in 2012, 14 to 16. We bought stock, invested $387 million. And that was 1.6% of our assets. It became worth $5.5 billion over about a month ago. Now it's worth $4.5 billion. In the past 6 months, we've sold about 1.7 million out of our 8 million shares that we held. And we sold them between $450 and $900 a share, average $660, $670. And so we still own 75% of our stock. I'm hopeful we hold that for a very long, actually more than 75%. I'm hopeful that we can hold that for a number of years. I think that in 10 years, our target is $2,000 a share. And I think that could be light by maybe $500 or $1,000 a share. So we're looking for a lot more. When we started talking with you about this in 2014, when we were buying the stock, I told you that I thought that we would make at least 20 times our money. We have made 20 times. We've now made 15 or 16 times our money. I think there's another triple.
This is the kind of investor that I like to emulate and follow, because this is the kind of person that I'm like, he has a reasonable voice of reason. Like, when they go into their investments, they don't care about the day-to-day movement in the stock price. And that's the one big thing I want to share with you guys today. They don't really look too much into the day-to-day movement in the stock price. They just look at what is the company doing on a granular level, what is the day-to-day business of the company. Are they actually doing what they say they're going to do? If you guys read Tesla's master plan, you will see that since their inception till today, they are actually doing everything they say they're going to do on a regular basis. So I listen to people like Ron Baron.
When we were doing that, you were telling me you were skeptical. Most of my friends were skeptical. Most of my investors were, everyone was skeptical. But we persisted. And at the time we invested, it was unlikely, in most people's opinion, that electric cars were going to dominate. Now, of course, even General Motors says that by 2035, they're going to have an all-electric fleet. So it's going in this direction, and Tesla is the leader. What's interesting about
Ron,
this company?
Real quickly.
Why is it interesting now?
Can I just ask? Well, no. I definitely want to hear that, but I think the headline here is that you sold some of the stock. That probably comes as a surprise to many people, especially if you think the stock is still going to continue to rise from here. Why'd you sell it?
Because it was up 20 times.
Things that I'm saying, like, this guy invested $700 million and he made 20 times his money from just one stock, Tesla. He made 20 times his money. And then you have this news anchor, I forgot her name, asking, why did you sell? Listen, he's allowed to sell because he already made 20 times his money. And then again, he managed investment, he managed funds. So he's managing other people's money. When you're managing other people's money, you have to approach it with a different risk profile as compared to managing your money. And you're going to hear in the next section where he was talking about that on his personal account, he's not selling anything as compared to, his funds. Like, he has to manage it in a different way. So to be honest, they shouldn't be asking him why he's selling the stock, because he's allowed to sell the stock because he has made a ton of money in the stock alone.
And it became a very large percentage of some accounts. So I happen to own 1,115,000 shares personally. I haven't sold a single share, and I don't expect to for another 10 years. But for clients, I sold 27% of their stock, 25% of their stock. And I said that, and I told Elon that I was the last in. I bought for all my clients first. And I said I was in 2016 when I was totally filled on the accounts that I could buy for at our firm, and I couldn't convince other people to buy more. Then I invested for my firm in this company, and I think I'm going to hold it another 10 years at least. And I told Elon that I would be the last out, and the reason we sold was a risk management idea where it became a very large percentage of two funds that I manage, two focused funds that I manage, became over 50% of those funds' assets. And I thought that risk mitigation was appropriate. And at the same time, one of those funds, Baron Partners Fund, it was $2.8 billion 3 years ago in assets. And it has a $1 billion line of credit, and we had employed $750 million. And when it went up sharply, I thought that it was appropriate to reduce the risk of this portfolio, to bring down that as a percentage of the fund, and at the same time to pay off all the debt. So we went from $750 million of borrowings to less than $100 million, and reduced the position in the account from over 5 million shares to 4 million one.
Basically, let's unpack some few things that Ron Baron was talking about there really quickly. First of all, when you manage other people's money, you have a fiduciary responsibility to look at, to do the best interest for the people, for your clients, okay? Because you're managing their money. Their risk tolerance might not be as high as, your client's risk tolerance might not be as high as yours. Like what Ron said there, on his personal account, he has over 1 million shares of Tesla stock, and he's not even planning on selling it for the next 10 years, okay? And this is someone that already made 20 times his money already, and he's saying that he's not going to sell his own personal stock in Tesla. But in terms of his funds, the company's other people's money that he managed, he's gonna sell a little bit off because he has already made 20 times his money. And most investment managers, they have a thing whereby they never let one investment go past 10% of their entire portfolio. So he even let this go up to 50%, go past the reasonable size that you should have your client's money in terms of percentage wise anyway. So he even let that run. That's how much his conviction in Tesla is so strong. So he's definitely doing the right thing, and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this commentary, to share with you why some of my conviction is still as high as well. Because when you look at all the things that Tesla is doing, I think it would be very stupid for anybody to sell Tesla stock at this point, at this early stage of the company's growth.
It was painful selling every single share, since I think we're going to make, my hurdle is to buy a stock. We're trying to invest and make 50% over 3 or 4 years, and double in 5 or 6 years. And I think we're going to make a triple in this company over the next 10 years. And so it meets the hurdle rate, and you pay taxes when you sell. So it was, and the prospects are brighter than they've ever been. I think it's much more likely they'll be able to go from 500,000 cars a year to 20 million. It's much easier to do that than to go from 0 to 500,000 cars. So I don't want to spend all the time in Tesla, but
the big things that he just mentioned there, that as a Tesla investor, I'm very, very excited about is like, Tesla is going to go from making 500,000 cars, 500,000 vehicles, to over 20 million every year. So I'm investing at the point where Tesla is making 500,000 cars to over 20 million within the next 10 years. And if you also think about it, each and every single Tesla vehicles is like a robot on wheels that they are literally going to be driving you around in the future. This is gonna this is gonna make the price of owning cars way cheaper. Can you imagine the future when you can basically, you don't have to buy a car. You can have an autonomous Uber that can take you anywhere. Well, Tesla Robotaxi that can take you anywhere for a subscription of $100 a month, for a subscription of $150 a month. Even if they make it $200 a month, I think it will be worth it for so many people, because in the United States and possibly all over the world, like you're paying more than you're paying more than $200 a month in car insurance alone, not to talk about car payments. And a lot of people can afford $100 a month for a subscription of unlimited transportation anytime you want, anywhere anywhere you want to go. So this is a big deal. You know, Tesla is creating a brand new industry for themselves here, and I completely agree with Ron Baron. I think, you know, this investment is a once in a lifetime investment. That is just my opinion.
500,000 cars. So I don't want to spend all the time in Tesla, but let me just give a couple things. That number one, I think that so Elon has said that the autonomous driving, which he believes is going to be effective by the end of the year, he thinks that alone is going to be worth $500 billion to $1 trillion in 10 years, just the autonomous driving feature. And that's good. It's going to be a subscription business. My guess is, right now you buy a car, it costs you $10,000 to have autonomous driving. And at some point, I think that you'll probably pay $100 a month. And there'll be 20 million cars a year sold, I hope. And all the cars that have been sold before, it could be in 10 years, it could be a $40 billion a year revenue business, growing very rapidly because you're going to be adding more cars. There's a billion cars that you have to replace ultimately with electric cars. So he's got a really big runway in front of him, and this is going to be a highly valued business. That's one. So that alone is worth the present price of the stock in 10 years. In addition to that, you're going to get a business in Tesla that I think could be doing $600 billion a year of revenues and making $200 billion a year of gross profit. You get that for free. A battery business that could be doing just about as much in revenues and a little bit less in profits. You get that for free. An insurance business, you get that for free. You get a ride share business, you get that for free. You get the solar roof business, you get that for free. So the opportunity here, when I'm describing $2,000 as a target price in 10 years, I think it could actually be more than that.
What can I say about that? What can I say about that? That is the exact same thing that I've been preaching on this channel. That's one of the reasons why I even start this segment of the YouTube channel, Tesla investing. And I call it investing $20 a day into Tesla stock. And my goal is to share with you how the portfolio go on a weekly basis. I know I haven't been doing it every week because I've been busy doing other content, but I'm going to get back to doing my weekly Tesla content, which I think you guys should subscribe to the channel for. Stick around, check out what I'm about, subscribe to the channel. I am going to, after this video, the next video that is going to come out will be a complete breakdown of the technical analysis, what I see in the chart. And I'm also going to share with you the portfolio, my actual Tesla portfolio, what I'm doing, why I'm going to be buying more stocks, and all of this stuff. So stick around for the next segment of this video. I'm going to record it right after I finish this one. Stick around for that. Subscribe to the channel. I'm literally going to do the technical analysis and share with you what I'm going to be doing, because Tesla stock has declined recently. So to me, it's become very, very cheap for me to increase the amount of money that I'm putting into the stock every day. So I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do with my next, with my Tesla investment moving forward. So thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something from this commentary that about Ron Baron. Whenever Ron Baron says something about Tesla, I always listen, and I keep my eyes out there. You cannot, you have to listen to people that are right over certain things. And me and him, we agree on this one, and I listen to him. So I'm gonna be doing more updates if he ever pop in the news channel again. I'm gonna update you guys and make commentary on his opinion. So yeah, thank you again for watching. I appreciate you for watching. If you like what I do here, consider subscribing to the channel. Stick around. I have so much to share with you guys when it comes to Tesla stock, what I'm doing in terms of my investments, either day trading, doing covered calls on options, managing my investment portfolio. Just so much to share with you guys on this channel. So consider subscribing. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Take care.